Call of Duty 3 was released on November 7th, 2006 for the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, original Xbox, Xbox 360, and the Nintendo Wii. No PC release, which is unfortunate because I honestly think that this game would benefit from mouse and keyboard players. Now, I remember playing this game very briefly on the PlayStation 2. I never got far and always just went back to playing Call of Duty 2. It honestly feels like a game that was made for the 6th gen, just ported for the newer consoles. The footage you are seeing here is from the PlayStation 3. However, throughout my playthrough, there were many times I was playing the game and I thought I was still on a PlayStation 2. The biggest difference between this and Big Red 1 is that the graphics and textures are just updated for the 7th gen. The controls and gameplay all still felt like a PlayStation 2 game. Even the music and sound effects felt like they were just taken from Call of Duty 2. Now, I know there are some people out there that are big fans of this entry, mainly because they were probably playing it right when it came out. However, I am playing this from the perspective of someone who barely played this and is going back to a 16-year-old game to play essentially for the first time again. I am not reviewing this game as if I am back in 2006. I am reviewing this game to see if it holds up in 2023. Sometimes I feel like I have to clarify this before the fanboys start trying to come at my neck for no reason. Now, here's the thing. I have read some comment sections of people talking about this game and how they felt some of the things that this game did was revolutionary at the time. If you felt like that this game did that for you, then awesome. However, I just didn't get that with this game. I will say this, I do believe Call of Duty 3 is a good game. Is it great? I personally don't think so. Is it bad? Far from it. I just didn't feel like I was playing something new. Now, I know that is ironic to say considering everyone says that about every year's Call of Duty entry, but with this, it feels in place almost exactly like Big Red 1, and I even think that the campaign for this one was lacking in comparison to the last entry. I say that because I honestly just didn't care about any of these characters. The biggest thing I hate when movies or video games is when they take you away from characters that you are trying to care for. You have 4 different characters that you play as with all these other groups of characters and you are bouncing around all of them throughout the game. If a character from that particular group dies, I felt nothing because I felt like I wasn't with them long enough to care at all. Because the game consists of a lot of shooting and little interaction with these characters in between. At least with Big Red 1, you could say, well, that's how it was too. However, you were with that one set of characters throughout the whole game, so it gave you more opportunities to care about them, so when tragic deaths did happen, it impacted me more. With Call of Duty 3, it just didn't do that for me. Now, even if the story didn't do it for me, it doesn't mean I didn't enjoy the gameplay at least. I really enjoyed the moments where it would let you drive and the handling actually felt pretty good. I'm glad it wasn't just one moment in the game too, it happened throughout the game. There is a mission where all you do is drive and tank and find and destroy what's called the Black Baron. This is pretty fun, but the version I played was glitched out for the first time and I had to restart the level to get it to work properly, which was an issue I dealt with a lot with the PlayStation 3 version of this game. There were a lot of audio issues where some of the sound effects were just completely not working. But besides that, I'm glad I got more moments with this entry to use the sniper rifle because that was fun to take out enemies with. The aim assist is crazy with this game too. For as long as you are pointing in the enemy's general direction, you will snap to them. This is probably how people like Dr. Disrespect thinks console players' aim assist is like. An issue I had though was how much I had to change the sensitivity at the beginning of this game, because at least for me, it just felt so off and did not feel balanced with aiming horizontally or vertically. But I eventually got it working to my liking. I understand it's all preference with this complaint, but this is the only time with a Call of Duty game where it had to be drastically changed from the start. So I just thought it was an issue in my mind. Moving on. Considering this is also the PlayStation 3 version, they tried to really implement the 6-axis feature, which was really dumb because this just didn't work for me, and I hate gimmicks. Thankfully, you can turn it off and just use the normal controls. Moving around felt okay. For some reason, you still can't sprint, and when navigating through the battlefield or through houses, a lot of the time it felt like the smallest thing stopped you from moving, and you had to finagle your way out of the position and see that the thing that wasn't letting you move was something that you should have been able to simply just walk over. At the same time, I was also dealing with bullshit of NPCs getting in the way of gunfire when I'm trying to kill enemies, or they will push you so that they can get into their programmed position, and because of that, they can push you out of cover and almost get you killed. I dealt with this a lot throughout the game. One of the biggest upgrades, however, I liked with this entry was the introduction of health regeneration. No longer did I have to worry about health bars or health packs. Just get back into cover and wait to heal. It was very nice having this after not having it for the first 2 games. The gun selection in this campaign is okay. While you start out with a specific weapon at the beginning of each level, whether that be the Sten, M1 Garand, or the sniper rifle, I always felt like I found myself using the MP40 because that's what the Nazis are using most of the time, and if you run out of ammo for your original weapon, you can't find any more clips because it's not like your comrades are going to spare some, so you gotta grab any gun that the enemy drops, which is 90% of the time the MP40. So after everything is all said and done, I think Call of Duty 3 is a fun game. Weak story mode, but the gameplay is good. I do wish there were sprints, but it was only available in multiplayer, which I tried, but nobody plays this game anymore, which didn't surprise me in the least. I would probably find myself playing Big Red 1 again before I go back to 3, honestly. This is just my opinion, however. If you enjoyed this entry, then I am happy for you and I'm glad you had a great time with it. For me, I am just excited to finally get to what I was waiting for and review the next entry in the series, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Stay tuned for whenever I get around to releasing that video in the future. Guys, my name is Pedro Ordonez, also known as GL7. Please subscribe, comment, like, thumbs up, do whatever you guys can to support this channel. This has been officially my 70th review for this channel, so thank you guys so much for continuing to watch and enjoy my videos, or at least I hope you've been enjoying them. Also, we have finally made it past 1,500 subscribers, so thank you all so much for that as well. Let me know what you guys would like to see me review in the future, and I will see you guys next time in my next video. Peace out.